today. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. They'll take that. 14 yards on play number 1.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him. The mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just the third quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Hurts.
Rolling to his right. Gets past one man. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He'll buy some time right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Jack Lawson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Throwing is Hurts.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his second NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd down.
Howell.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You look at this Eagle defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the Pats.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So back. Onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. On 1st down, Hurts. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got him in, complete. A big play there for Philly, and even 40 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Hurts will throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Howell. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick-6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Washington offense set to take over. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board. No surprise to see him running again here. Is something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, we'll start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Shaq Lawson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Foul to the air on 1st and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Fletcher Cox. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. This will be caught. It's Samuel. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and that will keep the deficit at 20. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or 2 short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith from 17 yards out. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Elliott good with a PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
First down, Howell to throw. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Howell to throw on second down. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Off play action. It's Howell. His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Faking the handoff. Howell to the right side and complete to Thomas. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 48. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And they will remain well behind. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Fighting through at the 25. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Robinson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Howell down to throw it. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Hurts. That's to Goddard. What a grab. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Shaq Lawson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Flush to his right. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Now back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Looking to throw. They'll roll him out right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Reaching up for it, and he's got it. Dallas Goedert high in the air to bring it in.
And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it.
And it's picked up by the Eagles, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
As that ball got away.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Now a 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And that is incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And that is going to do it. Break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Begin their next drive. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter.
And this one is incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
There's Jamin Davis, the former Kentucky Wildcat, bringing the pressure that time.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Here's Howell.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The offense on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
And Howell will throw it.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The kick by Joseph is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Hurts. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now a leaping catch. He's got it.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Jack Lawson. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. 2nd down. Here's Hurts. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Talk about 2 sides of the ball at cross purposes because, mercifully, this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Philadelphia,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire
Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 9 of the NFL.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Hurts.
Rolling to his right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
And that is a historic run for him, partner. With that pickup, he just broke Lamar Jackson's 2019 record for most yards in a season by a quarterback. No one has done it better across a 16 or 17-game schedule. Now his name will be forever linked with the best runners to ever play at that position.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a real... And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week: 15 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Pollard again. Wiggles free. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Pollard will take it up the gun to the 43, second down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down.
Down to about the 45. You look at this Eagle defense.
Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
In today's football, there aren't a lot of goals for defenses. But when you hold a team under 100 total yards.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Reed Blankenship.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts.
He'll buy some time right. A nice little juke. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
On 1st down, Hurts.
They'll roll him out right. Ooh, the juke. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. After the sack on 1st down, Hurts toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off, didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
On third down, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up fourth down.
Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth, and that will force a turnover on downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
A gain of 32 that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to add on to that lead.
Jalen Hurts with another touchdown rushing. 13 touchdowns, led all quarterbacks last year on the ground. No one else had more than 8. And, of course, we all remember the 3-touchdown game in the Super Bowl. So called running plays or scrambles, Jalen Hurts is dangerous.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Prescott from the gun.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
This is fielded at the 27. They juked him. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He returns that punt 73 yards. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll try to run with Swift. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. On the draw, it's Pollard, and he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it. That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this one's not close, not even close. Short and to the right, it's no good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right. Now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Pollard gets it off the option. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott yet again.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Rolling to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Micah Parsons
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He'll buy some time right. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. They'll look to throw here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. They'll look to throw. High throw, but the catch is made. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
2nd and 10 now, third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Micah Parsons getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Prescott to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Micah Parsons.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing. In addition to...
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And Pollard going to pick up a Cowboys first down as he's up to the 43.
Prescott.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
That caught by the rookie tight end, Luke Schoonmaker.
And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Prescott able to hit his target, Lamb. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
2nd down and 4.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Throwing, Prescott.
He finds his man, Pollard.
And he gets it down to the 32. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. It's caught left side by Cooks. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them. I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons.
My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They'll throw again. Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Looking to throw. Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 3rd and long for Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. Inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film and find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day,